Welcome to another episode of Two Wheel Oklahoma.
Today we're heading out to explore Oklahoma in search of life off the beaten path.
So pull up a couch and come right along. Cross-country travelers heading west on Old Route 66 got their first taste of wide-open America as they passed through Oklahoma. As you come down out of the Ozark foothills of green country and pass through the Canadian River Valley near Oklahoma City, the wide-open prairie stretches out in front of you. That's where we decided to make our second pass on the old road. We started in Reno. Approaching Reno, you'll see some great old signs left over from the heyday of Route 66. We stopped briefly to mourn one of them, the former site of the Big 8 Motel. This appeared in the movie Rain Man. Unfortunately, not long after the movie was made, the Big 8 Motel changed hands. The new owner didn't seem to have much appreciation for the big neon sign or the fact that it was in the Rain Man movie. He changed the name to the Deluxe Inn and put up a big cheesy plastic sign. The building was tore down a few years ago, and now all that's left is the big cheesy plastic Deluxe Inn sign.
Reno's an interesting little town. You can smell it for about a mile off because apparently they really like their onion burgers there.
Welcome to the onion burger capital of America, Reno, Oklahoma. How about that? Probably didn't even know there was an onion burger capital, did you?
They had, that we found, 3 onion burger places within a block or two.
There's 2 down at the end.
Oh, man.
Jason. Wow, this is...
There you go. How you doing? You got anything to eat here? There's 3 diners there in Reno that are known for their onion burgers, and we really weren't sure which one to try, so we picked Sid's. I like the name.
And there's a track that winds in and out of my mind, and it runs a lot like my life. The mountains are steep and the valleys are deep, but sometimes the train rides alright.
I was waiting for a menu. I guess we were staring at it.
Hang on.
Oh, we have a real one? Okay. I thought that was it.
Fancy menus and everything. Onion burgers got started back in the 20s when cooks would mush chopped onion into the burgers. And it not only keeps the burgers moist, but more importantly, it displaces more expensive beef. And then in the Depression, it became a popular tactic for a lot of restaurants to spike their hamburgers with onions to make the hamburger go further. And today, now it's become an annual festival here in Reno, and they make a giant onion burger every year. And I think they even were in the Guinness Book of World Records, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Bob knows.
Bob should know.
Bob should know. Is Reno in the Guinness Book of World Records? Wasn't there something about like the world's largest
fried onion hamburger?
Yes.
And we do that every first Saturday of May. We do that every year.
Every year, the first
Fried
Saturday.
Onion Burger Day here at El Reno.
It's a big festival.
Because they had 15,000 people at El Reno.
Cool.
Who else have
We've
water?
got
Somebody else.
500-600 cars in the car show, and then they cook the burger down here. It's about 750 pounds.
750 pounds.
We have a picture of it somewhere. I'll find it for
9 foot
you.
diameter. So it's quite a...
How big?
700 pounds.
That's pretty big.
That's a lot of cow. I had, yes, an onion burger. Actually, it was kind of funny because I ordered my onion burger, everything on it, loaded it all up, and then they talked me into having a coney for an appetizer. Never thought of a coney as a chili dog as as an appetizer.
But what made you choose Sid's to be the stop?
We heard about, you've been the only owner that's ever had this, right? You built it, put it together, and I heard a little bit about your story, so.
You saw the other guy, that's Marty, that's my partner.
Oh, okay.
And you wonder about where Sid's derived from, because Marty ride either one, or Sid, per se.
Right.
Sid was my brother and Marty's father.
Oh, okay.
So he's my nephew. He passed away about a year and a half before we built the place, so we just decided to use his name in memory of it.
Oh, really?
20 years later, we're still here, so maybe it worked.
Right, that's great.
I had a BLT, and it was excellent. Very, very good. On Texas toast, as a BLT should be.
Did y'all sign that?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're supposed to sign
is that
that.
a
Anybody else want to order anything?
I would like a regular deluxe
Cheese?
with cheese.
French fries with cheese because they're big.
Okay.
I closed the book on that one. Two things I noticed at Sid's, and the first thing was how many onions he puts in the hamburger. I mean, it's like this huge fistful of onions he plops on top of the hamburger. And, you know, it's, I guess I thought that they chopped them up or something like that and sprinkled them into the meat. But, I mean, it's like this, you know, half an onion.
Man, Bob, that was great.
Appreciate that.
That's the best BLT I think I've ever had.
And you didn't even have an onion burger.
Yeah, really. No,
Onion burger.
The BLT came highly recommended, as a matter of fact. One of your helpful staff said that was her favorite. Yeah, that's right.
Well, we'll be back. Oh, I'm full.
Oh, man.
And then the other thing was they had this, what looked like relish, and they put it on the conies like a relish, but it's actually this slaw. It's like a mustard coleslaw.
Cabbage and mustard and something sweet.
We were on our way out of town, and we had to stop because we saw this freaky looking chicken thing sticking off the wall of this building, and
A gigantic chicken piñata. Of course, the crew kept getting nervous on this trip because Rex and I actually looked at a map a couple times, and every time we did, they'd panic and think we were lost and start piling out of the truck.
right before you get to Bridgeport, there's this really interesting bridge, but they call it the Pony Truss Bridge. You may not know it, but you've seen this bridge before. It was featured in the movie The Grapes of Wrath. In the scene where Grandpa dies, he's buried right here in front of this bridge on the South Canadian River. Route 66 bypassed this bridge in 1933, which basically turned the town of Bridgeport and Calumet and Geary into virtual ghost towns. But the bridge is still here, and it's the longest of its kind in the world. The Pony Truss Bridge, as they call it, has, I can't remember how many, there's like 39 of these pony trusses, and it's almost 4,000 feet long. It's a pretty cool thing. It's worth making a detour off of Route 66 or Highway 8 if you're out this way.
I want to go look for Grandpa's grave.
Well, it was a movie. They didn't really bury him, I don't
They
think.
gotta have a. I can't believe they don't have a
A
monument.
prop grandpa?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Like
right.
a-
There might be So crossing over the Pony Truss Bridge, we headed on down the old road towards the town of Bridgeport. And it's actually named that because there's been a bridge there across the Canadian River even back into the 1800s. And the Pony Truss Bridge was built in 1933. Before that, there was a suspension bridge that was actually a toll bridge that the old road passed over. And back then, the highway actually went right through the middle of Bridgeport. Today, the alignment that you go down is you're actually about a quarter or a half mile from Bridgeport. And we thought we'd we turn in just to see what the place looked like, and we're tooling along, and we see a sign that says Main Street. So we figured, well, that must be Bridgeport's Main Street, and so we turn in and go down like the bumpiest road in the world. Bridgeport is a ghost town basically now. It used to be over at 66, and the highway bypassed it in 1933.
So Rex and I, knowing Bridgeport's coming up, we're really watching the road and talking back and forth over the radios, and we spot Main Street. So we turned down Main Street where Bridgeport was supposed to be.
So, you hear people talking about, oh yeah, the interstate passed up our little town. Well, sometimes it's not the interstate, it's the mother road bypassed this little town. How ironic.
Continuing on over Route 66, we came across the original Lucille's. Near Hydro is an old roadhouse known as Lucille's that was originally built in 1927.
Remember this little thing here? There was a little thing in there that spun around. Yeah. You can see the gas spinning it around so that you knew there was gas going in your car, I think.
Oh, so they trusted.
And it's still there. It's on the National Register of Historic Places, and has some old gas pumps out front just for the look and feel of the place. And it's a nice photo op. Lucille Hammonds ran it for 59 years, and she was considered the mother of the Mother Road. This was a very popular stop for over 50 years on the highway, and at one time this type of live above the gas station type of building like this was ubiquitous all along this road. This was a very, very common bit of architecture. You pulled up under the awning, kind of sheltered your car from the rain, filled it up with gas, and so this is it's considered a historic landmark, not just because of the woman that ran it for 59 years that became an icon of the old road, but also because it's a very well preserved example of this type of architecture that was so common back then.
They lived upstairs. It was a house on the upper story. So it was going for travelers coming through there any time of the night. You stopped in, banged on the door when you needed some gas or food.
And then what's cool, the next place we're going to stop up here in Weatherford is called Lucille's Roadhouse, and it's sort of an homage to this building, and it's designed to kind of look like it. And it's a modern diner, basically. It's kind of fun. On the door there was still like these stickers from back when the store was still open, and the crew got a real kick out of this one that was some kind of weird surveillance frog laser system or something that
apparently they have a lot of problems with break-ins because they still had the frog laser system set up. We found the signs on the door, so we didn't even try to get in with, when you got frog laser going on, they're serious.
Friendly door greeter radar frog.
I have no idea what frog has to do with infrared.
Like that was to scare off the shoplifters, like, oh, the frog's gonna get me.
So we left Hydro, left the old Lucille's, and headed into Weatherford. And right as you're coming into Weatherford, you're treated to the new Lucille's, which is Lucille's Roadhouse. It's got a restaurant, a bar, a little club on the side, all 50s look all throughout the place inside, and it really looks like a larger scale model of that original Lucille's.
We're talking to Justin O'Connor here at Lucille's Roadhouse. Justin, what do you do here at Lucille's?
I'm the general manager.
General manager, just the general manager.
That's right.
How long has this place been here?
Since August of 2006.
2006, okay. There's Lucille's down at Hydro, which we just saw. This place is sort of like a shrine to the original Lucille's. And if you notice when we pulled up, it kind of looks like it on the outside. But inside, it's quite a bit larger, from what I can tell.
Significantly.
And, I don't think it even had a soda fountain at the original one. So we got like the 50s diner soda fountain kind of thing going on. What do we got here? What's the specialty?
Grilled onion hamburgers.
Grilled onion hamburgers.
Of course.
Interesting. There seems to be a theme here with this onion and hamburger deal. Very good. So, what are yours the best in Weatherford, or? Oh, really? Really? Are you going to take on El Reno? I mean, you're not.
Are you in that league?
You're in league.
Episode?
That would probably completely screw our episode up, and we have to start all over again. Yeah. So what's the story with the onion burgers? Why the onions in the burgers? Is that like a local thing, or?
It is very much so. It's something that started when the place was built. It kind of came with, what happened was the owner bought a restaurant that was known for their grilled onion hamburgers. So the original management here brought his grilled onion hamburgers with him.
Okay.
And then they just kind of stuck, and everybody comes to Lucille's for a grilled onion burger.
Okay, cool. But this isn't the only thing to do here. There's not just this soda fountain, which is really cool. What's the other thing? It's like a...
We have a steakhouse and a lounge on the other side. We have 12 beers on tap. We carry all 3 made in Oklahoma beers.
Cool. Can we take a look?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
So this is the lounge.
This is the popular spot, especially on a Friday night, such as tonight. We've got 12 beers on tap that we carry. We carry all 3 made in Oklahoma beers as eggs.
So what do we got on tap from Oklahoma? You got Chalk?
We have Chalk. We have Coop out of Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay.
And Marshall out of Tulsa.
From T-Town. Marshall's very good. Excellent. Well, we might have to sample a couple of those over here. Let's get started on that. Fine dining.
That's right.
The steakhouse. Excellent.
Over here we serve ribeyes, filet. We serve only upper 2/3 of choice beef.
Okay.
So you're always guaranteed to get a good cut of Lucille's.
Moving upscale from the onion burger.
That's right.
Very good. Well, let's talk about that beer again. I think we need to get back to that.
When we left Lucille's Roadhouse, we went just right up the road about a quarter mile to the Thomas Stafford Air and Space Museum.
It's a nice collection, and I was very impressed. They have a really nice facility there.
And then there's our nuclear warhead.
A very impressive collection of air and space memorabilia. Thomas Stafford was on a couple of Apollo missions, I think, and the most famous one was the one where they docked with the Soyuz Russian capsule. And he's donated a ton of memorabilia. They have examples of like all these different planes that he's actually flown during his career, including like an F-86 Sabre, F-16, F-80 Shooting Star, and even an authentic MiG-21, I believe. In addition to some really gigantic rocket engines. That's what my daddy flew in right there. Good old C-47. Dang old C-47, we'll tell you what now. Dang old Goonie Bird. Katie, this is a great facility. What hours is the museum open?
We're open every day, Monday through Saturday,
Okay.
9 to 5, and on Sunday, 1 to 5.
How much does it cost to get in?
Admission is for adults, $5.
Okay.
Students, 6 to 18, or with a student ID, is $2. 5 and under are free, and we let Weatherford students in for free.
Okay, neat. Do you have any like annual events or special occasions?
Well, we are doing some of that stuff. We are starting to incorporate that. We have our Air and Space Camp in June.
Okay.
We have the airport does an Oki Dust Duffel, which is an aerobatic competition.
Excellent.
Every July, and we incorporate some with that, trying to get tours and that kind of thing. We have a star party, an annual star party that we have been doing, which is around when a meteorite shower is going to be.
Okay, neat.
And that's a family event where they come out, build rockets, and eat barbecue, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And then we also have members events, member-only events, where Christmas party, barbecue, dinner, in the summer,
right.
that kind of
If
thing.
somebody wanted more information, you have a website probably?
Yes, it's staffordmuseum.com.
Okay, very good.
Easy enough.
Well, thanks a lot for showing us around. This is
No
really great. I'm glad
problem.
we stopped by.
I wished we had more time there because it really was amazing to see all that stuff.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go try to get up close and personal with some of the windmills. See what happens.
Leaving the Air and Space Museum, we headed just outside of Weatherford, a little ways out in the country, to go see the wind farm. Of course, the wind farm you can see for probably 20 minutes as you're approaching it because of their size, and it was really amazing to get up close to them and hear them. You can go right up next to the things. They're producing a lot of wind out there with those big things. We felt it the whole way. The whole trip was windy, actually.
These are huge. It's amazing how huge these are. We're right outside of Weatherford here, and anybody that's traveled I-40 through Oklahoma has seen these wind farms out here, and it's really incredible. Getting a little close and personal with them is it's pretty awesome.
You can see them from miles away, but getting up underneath them here is quite different.
A fitting place to end our journey today.
Well, thanks for watching. As always, check the website, twowheeloklahoma.com, and we'll see you next week. I'll pick the camera.
Yeah, I might go for this.
All right, I'm rolling if you got something to say.
I think we can come up with something to say.
You shall enjoy your two wheels.
There's that large.
That's the Cherokee truck stop and all that. We need to get off there.
Do you have any handy tips for people on how to put gas in a bike?
Don't stand right over it.
Hey, Two Wheel Connecticut got off to kind of a rocky start, I understand.
It did. The weather was cold.
Now we're going to look around here and just absorb the karma.
Well, I am going to go look at it.
Oh.
He said he was real glad we didn't show up at noon.
Yes. Battery. Oh, look, grass car. Grass cars. Those are grass cars. Yeah.
Wichita, Caddo, Delaware, tribal jurisdiction. They were checking us out. Checking our Indian card. I don't know what to say. I started to say real rude things.
What's your name again?
Katie.
Katie, I'm sorry.
Yes.
We finally figured out why it's so windy in western Oklahoma. There's probably 150 of these giant fans all over the place, just blowing up a storm. We talked about getting a beer and then we never did. How's that?